left from Port Liberty in New Jersey on a very cool and foggy June day. We were lucky that in port our balcony faced towards the Statue of Liberty, and I'm sure that on a clear day this would have been a wonderful sight. Leaving New Jersey, the Anthem of the Seas has to add ballast to the tanks to lower the ship so that it can pass under the Verrazano Bridge. It's an interesting send-off. Once again, almost all of our pool time was spent in the solarium. We really enjoy the 16 and over rule. When you have little kids, the other pools are great, but we're not at that point anymore, so we enjoy the solarium. On the Anthem of the Seas, there are plenty of activities. In fact, for only a 5-day cruise, it's almost too much. Roller skating is not as easy as you think it might be on a ship. They make you wear all that protective gear, and the subtle motion of the ocean and the ship, it's not as easy to balance as you think it might be. We didn't last very long. Nerese and Doug also did the iFly. It's something that you have to make reservations for before you get on the ship. A lot of people were in line trying to make reservations when they got there, and it was completely booked up for the cruise. Nerese and Doug loved this, and I think they would have done it again if there would have been enough time slots. We also did the bumper cars. That's a lot of fun, a little unusual to do. They run it and you line up and they just keep people rolling. We tried to do the North Star. In fact, we had reservations to do the North Star, but it was so windy that they couldn't bring up the big balls, and it was so booked that we didn't have another time to do it. They also do trapeze sessions where they teach you to do the flying trapeze. None of us were brave enough to take them up on it, but it looked like a lot of fun. First day in port, we rented scooters. They picked us up and took us to them. We rented from Elbow Beach Cycles. The owner checked us in online before we left. We rented and prepaid for them. The owner is a great character and a great lady. She's been doing this for a very long time. Her son got us situated and comfortable on the scooters and then took us for a test lap before he set us off. Nerese rode with Doug and I had my own. We covered a lot of area and made it back to the boat just in time for sunset, a quick shower, and to go to our 8 p.m. dinner reservations. Luckily, drop-off is right at the ship. It's easy. But here's a big tip. I did not know that you had to turn off the turn signal each time you put it on. So I spent hours with my family making fun of me. I eventually remembered and stopped going around the world with my turn signal on. I I did not have any expectations for Bermuda, so I was very nicely surprised. Doug had visited Bermuda as a first grader with Boy Scouts and had wanted to go back, and Nerisse wanted to go on the Anthem of the Seas. So all in all, it was a win-win-win vacation. Bermuda is lovely. The beaches are beautiful. The water is blue and silky from the minerals in the water, and the natives are very friendly. I will say it's not a cheap place to visit. We stopped for lunch in town and shared a chicken dinner, and we each had our own drink, and it was $32 US. Also, I found out that the rum prices are controlled on the island. I had stopped at the grocery store like I normally do in different places that was in town, and I thought it would be cheaper to buy the rum in the grocery store, but to my surprise, it was the same price as on the dock. One suggestion I do have when you rent the scooter is before you go to download a map of Bermuda and to examine it and try to figure out where you want to go. I have to say that they didn't give me a map when we checked out of Elbow Beach, and trying to figure out the road signs, it's not absolutely the clearest. We did find everything and not without too much problem, but I think it's because I had looked at the island and figured out where I was going before we started out. The second day in port, it poured rain. Doug opted to stay on the ship, but Nerisse and I did what every good tourist does. We buy tacky ponchos and get out there and explore. At the wharf, there's a museum, lots of shops, rum tasting, beaches, and a party boat that doesn't go anywhere. But I don't think people mind it too much because they seem to be having a lot of fun, rain and all. I'd have to say this was another great vacation on a Royal Caribbean cruise. We liked the boat, we liked Bermuda, we liked renting our scooters. The only thing I have to say about the ship is make sure to make reservations for everything you do before the ship sails. And they sell out so quick for the reservations.